Hello, everyone, and welcome to That Which Binds Us, a visual novel in development by Makomi Games. This is an indie joint. Seemed pretty interesting from the synopsis I've read, so let's just get right into it, shall we? Just start the game. Ooh, I like this music, don't you? Waitress, hey! Here she comes. You don't have to yell. How else will she know when we're ready to order? Can't sit here all day or else our lunch break might get cut short tomorrow. He's getting a bit cranky nowadays. Yeah, did you see how he snapped at the new girl the other day? Like, right in front of a customer, just because she screwed up arranging shoes. I don't think that customer stayed long after that. About like 8 or 9 months ago, right before he started working, he had a huge temper tantrum with the girl and she quit right on the spot. It's a wonder he's still a manager. Ugh, and I'm closing with him tonight. I hope he doesn't lean over while I'm closing the registers. I just can't count all those ones with someone watching that close. I had to close with him the other night, not that fun. Thankfully, I get off at 5 tonight. Hang on, let me turn the music down just a bit. I had to turn down a little bit. There we go. Turn on the sound to go with it. Okay. Oh, does someone have plans? She starts stirring the straw in her glass, eyes completely on me. Maybe. I might can convince Stefan to take me to the movies tonight. There's a new thriller that just came out. Her eyes rolling are a clear sign that I should have eaten lunch alone. Him, really? I would have figured you'd have dumped him already. Why do I bother talking about anything personal? I'll get a raise before she learns to mind her own business. No, we're still together. I guess you have a thing for bad boys. I guess some people have no tact. He's nice. I heard you in the break room arguing with him over the phone a couple of weeks ago. Can we not? And she wonders why I usually just go to work and don't hang out with coworkers. Your point? Gosh, get some self-worth. Find a better guy. Well, you're about to have to find another lunch partner. Keep this up, Missy. He's fine, really. I can only stare at my glass while I say that, though. Not very convincing. Oh, I get it. Ex-con. You're apprehensive about dumping him, right? Damn, I hate when she does that. What if he comes after me? He's obviously not afraid of going back to jail. Well, don't worry. My boyfriend's a lumberjack and can take on 20 of them. She always keeps us talking until she gets something the least bit right. Of course, she does love talking, so, you know, that's only inevitability. How's he doing? He just got promoted recently, right? Oh, and he loves it. Phil gets to work more in the mills while also having to do less heavy lifting. He loves the hands-on part of the lumber mill, but his chiropractor doesn't. She loves talking, but even more than that, she loves talking about her life. But he's been having to work so late some nights. There's been some shady dudes hanging around after dark. Just the other week, they had someone try to break into one of their locked storage sheds on site. Of course, Phil caught him since he was making rounds that night. But seriously, things have gotten rough lately. Just too much crime, I tell ya. These gangs have gotten really ambitious. You should be more careful when walking home at night. I know I don't go out with Phil. I don't go out without Phil, I should say. I doubt anyone dealing with organized crime is a petty thief. But she's right. Even petty thieves have gotten more ambitious. Excuse me. Hey, honey. Are you using a coworker's phone? No, well, you see, the funny thing is, I was at work, but then you're in jail again, aren't you? Look, I don't need you to patronize me. I just need you to bail me out. But you've got some money stashed away somewhere. I have some money in the bank for emergencies. To him, this would count as one. Of course, I could always wait until my next payday. Alright, I'll go get a bail bond. Something up? Just nothing. I hate that smirk. Oh, please, I heard it all. Damn it! If you hurry, you can get one filled out before the break's over. What? It takes like a few hours at the least. No, there's this really good bail bond store a few blocks away. And how do you know about it? My brother got put into jail for a little bit after taking a weed whacker to his then girlfriend's car when he found out it was a gift from her boyfriend. Jesus. That's some crazy, like, revenge. But yeah, you'll be able to get him out and not be late for work. Alright. Of course, you could always just leave him there. Bye, Sierra. Jeez, Sierra, the nerve of that woman. Really? You're going to that crappy job fair or whatever? It's not just a job fair. Then what else is to it? Look, I just wanted to go to it, okay? Fine, I've got friends I'm meeting up with during then anyway at the movies. I thought we were going to the movies next week. Yeah, we were, then we got our priorities in order. Here it is. It's kind of small here, but I guess you don't need a big store to sell bail bonds, right? The blinds are closed on the office door, and I can hear someone faintly talking behind them. There must be a client already back there meeting with them. I shouldn't eavesdrop, but it's so easy to do. Are you sure that's it? It's done. Trust me, he won't be pestering you any longer. Thank you. Thank you so much. Here, it's a little more than we talked about, but it's the least I can do. And thank you very much. Well, if you have anyone else bothering you, you know where I'll be. They're getting up. Phew, I don't think it knows I was by the door. She must be the client. Wow, she wouldn't even look at me. All business, I guess. What's a pretty young girl like yourself doing in a dingy place like this? I need to get a bail bond for my boyfriend. Ah, got an incarcerated love. Sure, come on in. Alright. Name? Evalise Adams. You know, I never introduced myself to you, Miss Evalise. I'm Idris, Witcher, but most people just call me the bondsman. Let's see, age? 26. Female? Yes. Place of work? Retail clerk. What's your boyfriend's name? Stefan Aaron. What's he in for? Shoplifting. Like, how much shoplifting? It's not his first charge. And he was shoplifting some expensive wine. And... Alright, I get it. He's an idiot. He's not... He's making his girlfriend post bail for him while he goes and does whatever he wants because he knows you're there to bail him out. Why are you even with this sleazebag? You deserve better than this. I'm here for a bail bond, not relationship advice. I'm trying to give you a bond deal if you'll just listen. I typically sell bail bonds to people who have family and friends in jail or in prison. But I also do another type of bond work. How would you like it if I could get you out of this relationship scot-free? What? Let me phrase it more clearly. How would you like if I made him completely forget about you altogether? You could keep on living your normal life, except he'd stay in jail like he should. If someone mentions you to him, or even heaven forbid you bump into him, he won't remember anything about you, even if you talk to him. You can erase someone else's memories of someone else just like that? Like in that movie, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind? That was a really good movie, by the way. Just like that. How? With this? Oh, don't worry, I won't use it on you. Yet. It's a family heirloom, passed down from generation to generation. All I need is a strand of hair from the person, a photo of them, and your arm, or hand, or back, or whatever, wherever, really. So, you can just cut me, and that's it. Well, to be more specific, I have to slice a strand of hair and a photo from the person you want to forget about you, and then I have to make a small cut on your skin. It's a permanent mark, the scar won't fade with time, but you can always use makeup to cover it up. It doesn't even have to be somewhere where people can easily see it, it just has to be skin. But it does have to be more than a paper cut and longer than an inch. Any less than that, you'd run the risk of it not working. And I like to strive for efficiency in my work. So, what do you say? Boy, what... If you could just, forget about people that easily, I think everyone would do it. This guy would have lines around the block, I tell you. I mean, let's be honest. Everyone, at some point in their life, has known somebody they would rather wish they didn't. Relationships or whenever, you know. Seems very interesting. It's a lot to take in. You probably don't even believe me, do you? How about you go home, sit down, think it over. Then in the morning, you come back to me. I'll have the bail bond ready to fill out if you want to just get him out of jail. Or I can take him out of your life forever in even less time. His smirk is a bit unnerving. He's either a great actor or... is it permanent? Mostly. The scar is permanent, but the memories can resurface if you spend enough time with them and try to make them remember. But like I said, if you accidentally meet him and have a small conversation with him, it'll be like bumping into any stranger on the street to him. Is it permanent or is it? You just said mostly. It's not fully permanent. If you really wanted to, you could reserve it, reverse it. Spend time with him, ask him about the past, make him remember. So, it's permanent as long as you want it to be. Will I forget about him? No. You'd only forget about him if I did the same to him. Any more questions? Oh, okay, so, yeah, okay. Okay, how much does this cost? This can't be cheap. How much is it? Well, I'm the one who brought it up, so let's not worry about it. It'd be a lot cheaper than a bail bond. How about that? Oh, that's not the most reassuring. Any more questions? Yes, I do, actually. Does it work? How does it work? Well, I don't exactly know how it works. It just does. It's not like you can easily look through a registrar and find all the owners of a magic knife. Probably because they don't exist in the first place. Any more questions? Well, not really. This is a bit much to take in. You're silent. You're thinking, how quickly can I make it to the door? Well, he's not wrong. Go home, watch the news tonight, and think about it. Maybe you'll start believing me after that. Ooh. Think about it. Think about it. He was probably trying to pull a con on me, wondering if someone would actually be stupid enough to think a knife could do all that. I bet he just targets anybody who looks pathetic in his eyes. Oh, sweetie, you can do so much better with me. You deserve better than this. It is a bit enticing, I have to admit. Not having to worry about an ex, not having to worry about him coming back here. I can't believe I'm actually considering this crap. He spoon-fed me what I wanted to hear. Convenient out to a bad relationship. Wonder if the gang's got any more turf wars. This just in, Mayor Roberto Minio has been deemed unfit to serve the rest of his term due to alleged money laundering. His secretary, Marlicia Smith, states that his mental health has been declining for weeks and finally reached his breaking point this morning. I came to work this morning, he just started yelling at me, saying he never had a secretary and that I'd ruin his plans. That's the woman I saw leaving the bond shop at lunch. That's why he said watch the news. His behavior reportedly got so erratic, he began letting words slip that he had been laundering some money from the office over the past few months. He is currently being held under house arrest pending an investigation into the full details of the matter. Wow. Yelling at her, saying he didn't know her, that he had forgotten about her. This is what he wanted me to see. Come in. I like that transition. That's really nice looking. So, did you have a nice long thought? Watched the news last night. How did you know that would happen? Well, to be honest, I didn't think it'd work out the way she wanted it to, but all's well that ends well. She came in here asking at first to get her out from under him in case she was accused of aiding him, but after she gave it a bit more thought, she came up with a way for him to confess. To him, he'd never had a secretary, so when she started mentioning top-secret files, he became delirious. I guess she knows him a lot more than I. Still risky, though. And for the record, I don't really know a lot about the case. She came in here with a sob story that she'd found all these hidden files and they had a paper trail of fraudulent checkbooks and whatnot, and after she went to the police, they suspect her as an accomplice that she was his secretary. I'd rather have the benefit of the doubt. Getting rid of one crook is better than none in my book. No great, a self-righteous nut. It's not too late. I can get a bail bond and leave. Hell, I can walk out the door and get a bail bond from somebody else. What if he comes after me? He's obviously not afraid of going back to jail. I'm not gonna be stuck in this place my whole life. Here. Oh wow. I guess he's alright looking. Was it the scar on his face you liked? Is that attractive to girls? Can we get on with this? Fine, fine. Always in a hurry. People never want to make small talk. I don't believe... You don't believe in small talk. You look like someone who'd say that. I thought you had to slice the photo with your knife. No, all I need is a strand of hair. The photo was because I was curious. Anyway, come here. Do you have any preferences where you want to be cut? He casually moves his hands while talking as if the knife was nothing. Right on the back of my neck. At your hairline. Around there, yes, as close as you can get. That's a good spot. Other people can't see it. And neither can you. Out of sight, out of mind, as they say. What the hell am I thinking? I'm letting some stranger get behind me with a knife to purposely cut my neck? This is stupider than my spring break trip in high school. Ow! No, it didn't hurt that bad. Let me put a bandage on it for the little baby. You're not putting that pink flower bandage on me. Why, you like pink? At least I hope you do. You're not colorblind, are you? Don't you have, like, a tan one? Fine, I'll keep the cuter ones for my more behaved clients. Well, that's it. Well, free to go. Suddenly, he acts like he's busy with something else and starts paying more attention to shuffling papers on a table beside us. Just like that? What do I owe you? Nothing. Consider it on the house. It's never a good thing when a guy offers something on the house. Well, thank you. And now you're free to go. Do you have work later today? No, I'm off today. This is all so sudden. Just like that. It's over with. Well, I guess I'll be off then. He opens his mouth for a brief second, as if to say something, but quickly decides against it. Have a safe trip. The cut stopped burning about an hour ago. It wasn't too deep, but I do feel it every time I turn my head. Not the best place in hindsight. Just a few more blocks. Here to see someone. Yes, Steph and Aaron. You're who came to see me? What, did Taylor send you? I figured she would have taken the hint that I wasn't coming back to work when I got handcuffed while bagging groceries. Have we met before? No, but maybe we could change that. I'm done here, guard. Hey, wait, that's it. What's your name, anyway? It really worked. That's amazing, but how? Why? Well, what now? I should probably check the mail. It's getting around that time of the month. Bills, ads, newspapers. Ah, here it is. Yep, $1,000. All here as usual. It'd probably be life-changing for others to find $1,000 in legal tender in their mail, but it's something of a monthly occurrence for me. Ever since I got into a car accident over a year ago, my memory's been fuzzy. I haven't fully forgotten things or people, but a lot of details from that time are just foggy. About a week or two after I was discharged from the hospital, I found this in the mail. $1,000 in a blank envelope, just like today. I, of course, naturally assumed it was counterfeit, so I took one of the $100 bills to an accountant friend and said I found it on the street and wanted to see if it was legit. She showed me ways to check for counterfeit bills, from iodine tests to putting it up to the sun, and by the end she concluded it was real. At least $100 over $1,000 was real actual money. So I went home and tried the rest. They all passed. I started to wonder if someone was trying to pay me off, or if someone felt guilty about the accident. It was a hit and run, and the person who hit me was never found. I figured it was a one-off thing, but then it happened the next month, and the next month. Eventually I stopped caring who or why, and just enjoyed the extra money. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to $1,000, would you? Of course, I never told Stefan or any friends. They think I'm into some kind of illegal operations or that I could get them some, or want to loan them money. He was always curious about the incident. Maybe he had an inkling that I'd gotten some kind of settlement. All Stefan knew was that I had some money put up. He never knew I had almost $10,000 in savings. I have thought a few times about leaving here and going somewhere else. But, you know, if I leave, then I won't get free money anymore. You know, that's hard. And there's something else keeping me here. I'm just yet to figure out exactly what that is. Ah, looks like it might rain soon, and I didn't bring my umbrella. See, I told you, I left it at home. Sierra said the weather was supposed to clear up. She also said it was supposed to snow last week, so I can't tell if she gets those forecasts from the newspaper weather section or the astrology section. Oh well, maybe I'll finally invest in a rain jacket. Those have been selling well at work, and there was a cute one we just put out. It'd be just for myself, not like hardly anybody who knows me would see it. You know, it's been a lot quieter now that Stefan is in jail and out of my life. Really quiet. You deserve better than this. It's definitely been quiet for the better, but why do I keep thinking about him? Byron, it's been a while. It has. How have you been? I've been doing good, just working and such. Byron, the man who called an ambulance for me after my accident. Not only did he call for an ambulance, he also paid for my medical expenses. What a nice guy. I met him a few months prior to the accident, so he knew I didn't exactly have the money for it, and offered to pay it all. I don't exactly remember how I met him, or what he does for a living, though. He seems to be pretty well off. However, I'm almost positive that he's the one who's been paying me monthly. How's your new job suiting you? Oh, good. I like it better than working fast food. Well, anything would probably be better than working fast food. How's that guy you were with? Steve? Sven? I guess the knife only works on the direct person, not others. I mean, that makes sense. I broke up with him. Ha! About time. If you're going to the convict, at least get one that doesn't get caught. That's helpful advice. So what are you doing out and about? I don't normally see you at this time of day. No, just taking a break from work, getting some lunch, meeting people, you know. The usual. And there's the reason I still don't know what he does for a living. He's always just so vague about everything. It's always, I work for a living. Next question. Speaking of which, I've got a meeting in a few minutes. You stay safe, you hear? Seems like thieves are getting more overzealous these days. Alright, I will. See you then. I guess guys who wear business suits every day have a reason to be too busy for small talk. Oh well, seems again soon enough, probably. Now just a few more blocks to go. Here we are. Who's the kid? He's way too young to be asking for a bail bond, hopefully. Then again, he did look like he's in high school, so that might not be too far off, sadly. Need to get rid of some more baggage. You could say that. I don't like being in debt to people. Come on. Come where? To a cafe. If I buy you lunch, then we're even. I have some paperwork to do. Sure you do. Come on. I'm serious. Do you see a secretary around here? Fine, do your paperwork, but tonight you're going to meet me at that new grill a block away. That seafood place? Yeah, that one. Be there at 8. If you're not, I know where you live. Here. I don't live in my office. You were putting away pillow and blanket when I walked in. I was taking a power nap. It's very fashionable these days. Then get your paperwork done, take a power nap, and meet me at 8. Fine. Man, I can't believe this dude is standing me up. Free food? Hello? Even if he's not standing me up, he's still late. It's almost 8:30. The waitress already looks like she's gonna give me food on the house out of pity. Still, I would have never come to this kind of place before. It's a bit more expensive than I expected. There's a lot of couples sitting around, even a few double dates. The best place I ever went with Steven was a chop shop that was closing. Looks like this will be the best place I've ever ate at alone. This is pathetic. He's right, I don't deserve this. Maybe I'll get a drink before I leave. Sorry, I'm late. Gotta deal with some clients. About time, jerk. He sits down in the booth in front of me, taking a bit to take in the scenery. This late in the day, it's been dark for 2 hours. Some people don't exactly want to be seen. But anyway, how have you been? Alright. It's been quieter than usual, but I suppose that's to be expected. How'd your meeting go? Huh? You went to see the guy in jail the other day, right? I had to go by the jail that day to drop some paperwork. I am an actual bond salesman, believe it or not. That's not just a front. Did I just invite a stalker to dinner? I figured you'd go anyway. Most of my clients have to see it to believe it. I mean, that makes sense, right? It's not exactly something most people would willingly believe, but, you get my drift. Sometimes people are skeptical after talking to the person who forgot them, thinking it's all just an elaborate prank. I always wondered why they bought it in the first place to go through with it. Curiosity, hopefulness, wonder. He glances over at the bar, idly putting a napkin in his lap. Still, if they were willing to pay my prices, I won't decline them. Why didn't you charge me? And don't say I deserve better again. You looked like you needed a break. This wasn't your first time posting bail for him, was it? I shuffle my feet a bit and glance away. Our waitress is over at the next table delivering a platter of steak topped with fried shrimp. It's a bit hard to see past their table as the lights are dimmer than I expected. I thought this was a casual seafood place, but it's definitely more of a romantic grill. After a few brief seconds, I give up on avoiding his gaze any longer. No. Why do you even see in him anyway? If that's too personal, you don't have to answer. I was lonely. But, it's true. People who are lonely will often, reach for the bottom of the barrel just for companionship and camaraderie. I got in a car accident about a year ago. Ever since then, I haven't felt, all there. My friends could tell something was wrong, but I kept distancing myself from them. It was at a bar I'd started going to, and it was sweet to me, and that was really all I needed. I never let it get serious. After he realized all I wanted was to go on dates, he figured I'd be good to keep around for a get-out-of-jail card. Literally. I guess you could call a relationship convenience. Oh, I hate conveniences in relationships. You feel used. You feel used. You feel like you're not part of something more. You feel like you're just there, just for someone to rely on, and that's not how relationships go. It's a give and take relationship. It's not just a take. That's not how relationships work. This is definitely a new low. Spilling my guts to some dude I don't even know. At this rate, I sound like Sierra, telling anything to anyone who will listen. Still, his eyes haven't wavered a bit. I can understand that. In biology, they call it something like mutualism, where both parties gain from it, like a bird getting its food by cleaning an alligator's mouth. Does he have to bring that up at dinner? I don't see why people can't do it either. Sure, for outsiders it might look like you're using each other, but as long as you're both aware not hurting anybody. But I guess it's hard for those types of things to work out. You're basically finding a partner, someone you really click with, just not in a sexual way. I'm sure each of us has plenty of people we can really connect with out there. And what about you? What about me? I've already said a lot about myself. Get to talking. He leans back a bit and starts smirking. Well, as you know, I'm a bail bonds clerk most of the day. I'm 28, and I like seeing movies the night they come out, playing with my shelter rescue Labrador. Aw, I love dogs. Not as much as cats, but they're still great. Taking long walks on the beach. Pretty cliche stuff, I guess. A rescue dog. You sure that's not something you just read on a dating profile and it sounded good? Alright, I was lying about the dog, okay? My department doesn't allow pets. But I do want one. Probably a black one. Oh, I had a black lab. He was the sweetest thing, but fortunately when I moved I had to give him up. It was so hard. So hard to give him up. Guess I take whatever one they have, though. As for relationships, well, I had a girlfriend for a while, but, we went separate ways. Now I just work at a 9 to 5 like everybody else. Sometimes after hours if need be. After hours? Yeah, sometimes my hours aren't convenient for those who don't need to bail someone out, so I have to accommodate for that sometimes. You have repeat customers? Oh, most of them don't forget about me after business is done. Sometimes they might ask to forget all about it, but most don't. I figure they're too afraid of what might happen. They're perfectly fine messing with other people's memories, but not their own. Boy, that makes you seem really selfish in hindsight, doesn't it? You're fine letting someone else completely forget about a person in their life, but, it's like, you don't want to hurt your memories. Or maybe they're afraid something might go wrong, as if a knife could err. I don't really know all the reasons, and I don't really care. But yes, I do have repeat customers. Some are happy with how things went down the first time and need to happen to someone else. I've had a few people who just wanted to see it happen again. Must be nice to know so many people that you can just pick who you want out of your life so easily, huh? He grins at me like he knows that I'd understand where he's coming from. I guess selling bail bonds is very glamorous. Is that mark on the inside of your wrist from your knife? He starts to fiddle a bit with the silverware. Maybe. Sometimes I have clients who are a bit too pushy. Sometimes I just run into people who I don't want to be associated with anymore. It works on me as well as anybody else. Have you ever tried to hurt someone with it? I didn't know this would be 20 questions tonight. He laughs it off, but he's still a bit uneasy about the question. And I might have. I might have not. It's just a weapon to most people. It'll be a lot handier one. From a distance or just from a passing glance, he looks like a normal guy, but seen from him real close, I can make out quite a few scars. Must have blended in a bit with his skin or just covered up by his jacket, but a few are there. Here's the special for today. Ah, you ordered for me too? Well, for a while I thought I'd have leftovers. I wasn't going to stand you up. Sure had me fooled half an hour late, and lucky I didn't just leave. Oh, it's been a while since I had seafood. What is this, lobster and shrimp? Spicy shrimp with lobster. What do you usually eat then? Hamburgers, steaks, pork chops, sometimes salads. It's been a lot longer since I ate with somebody. No, I'm the one sounding depressed, huh? Despite not having gone out with someone in a while, he seems really relaxed. I figured he'd be the type to sometimes meet with clients at restaurants. Most of my clients aren't that showy. But enough about my work. How was your day? What kind of clients does he usually have? Well, my day was fine. I went to work around 7, left about 3. Not too busy today. You work at a retail shop, right? Yeah, I work at the mall in South Marcus. Oh, I've been there a few times. How long have you been working there? A few months. I had to get a job after my accident since I had gotten fired for missing so much in the hospital. Which isn't that bad a thing. I get paid a bit more at this place. You work full-time. Yeah, I have to pay the bills. Even though I could probably just work part-time and still be able to pay my bills. Do you like it there? What, you don't want me to make me forget my boss about me, do you? No, I was wondering if you liked your job. Yeah, it's alright, I guess. I don't really want to work there for the rest of my life, but, I guess most people don't strive for just a retail job, What do you want to do, then? When I was little, I always dreamed of being a flight attendant, so I could see the world. But now I just settle for a less boring job than retail and go on vacations whenever I can. Flight attendant is the proper form of a stewardess. Nowadays, it's like they're just called flight attendants. And also the word stewardesses is the longest word you can type with just your left hand. Interesting fact of the day. For the dream job, though, I'd like to be a teacher. Oh, teacher's always that's a nice profession to get into. Doesn't pay very well usually, at least if you're here in the States, but it's good to people driving to teach others. A teacher, you think that'd be less boring than a retail clerk? Well, not just any teacher. I'd like to be a professor who tours the country giving speeches. Well, that doesn't really sound like a teacher, more like a lecturer. Just a wording difference. Besides, I had a few teachers who went on to do tours and give speeches. What would you like to do speeches on then? Like history speeches and social science speeches. I've always really liked history and the science behind why it happened. Oh, I love history. History's great. Why don't you do that then? I can't just give speeches willy-nilly. But why don't you get started then? It'd take you years to get your degree, but it'll take even longer if you keep putting it off. There's a lot of people out there who are like, well, I don't want to do it now because then I'll be such and such age when I get my degree. But then it's like, well, you'll be such and such age anyway, but at least you'll have a degree, right? Putting it off. Like, I'm going back to school and I'm 30 years old. I'm going back to study acting because I want to do voice acting. Not like the theater acting. I don't know if I'm going to have the chops for that kind of stuff, but who knows? It'll be a fun experiment. I've never really thought about it that way. It was always a dream, something I always felt was intangible. It's like, it just seems like it's too far away. Like, it's never going to become a reality. College is expensive. Boy, is it expensive. But I do have enough savings for... Yeah, she has $10,000 saved up. She could easily go to a community college. And if I do well enough there, I can get scholarships to pay for a 4-year college and transfer there. That's true. Why don't you sign up for a couple classes in the spring? It's probably been a while since you were in school, so, I mean, it'll take a bit to adjust. That sounds nice. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking only like a class this semester because it's all I can afford right now, but it's something. I might do that. I went to college after high school, but the student loans were just too high. I couldn't work and go to school. Nowadays, though, I might be able to. Did you ever go to college? No, I went straight to work after I graduated. I wasn't exactly rich, so I started working at a hardware store and gradually earned enough money to reopen my father's bail bond store. He used to own one, but when he passed away, we had to sell our lease on the office to pay for funeral costs and make up for his lost wages. I think it was my grandfather who thought it would be a funny inside joke owning a bail bond business that also offers another sort of bond service on the side. Now let's finish eating before the food gets cold, though. You really didn't have to pay for mine too, Why, did I hurt your pride? A bit. Good. If it's that easily scarred, then it needs a little more bruising. So harsh. It's gotten a little cooler out since night has fallen. I should have brought a jacket. He seems relatively fine, though, but I guess his blazer's warmer than mine. Now that I think about it, he's almost always smiling like that, whether it's a smirk or a more genuine smile. I didn't know getting people out of jail could be so fulfilling to some. You caught me staring. What's wrong? Are you cold? Not really. You're shivering. Do you want my jacket? I'm fine, really. Alright. Say, I was just thinking. If you're off tomorrow, maybe we could get some coffee or something. Smooth. About as smooth as a gravel road. I have to work from noon to close tomorrow. I have a day off after the day after tomorrow, though. I guess I can meet you somewhere. How about the cafe across the street from where you work? They have good coffee. Sounds good. Well, we're back at his office now. But who's the person hanging around outside? Yeah, so 2 p.m. there the day after tomorrow? Great, see you then. Huh? I've got to go, but I'll be there. Hopefully on time. Bye. What was that all about? He just got really pale. Did he not want to see that guy? Must be some weird client of his. I guess I'll walk myself home. That's weird. Any updates? We're getting closer every day. Our informant has gotten close to the top. Any day now, we're expecting someone to slip up, or at least give us a name to work on. How does one guy run such a huge operation and be virtually invisible? Even if we get a picture of him, we'll need to get some of the other higher-ups in there for questioning. We know, we're working on that too. There's something else a bit concerning as well. It seems one of his lower members has been keeping tabs on you and that girl you were with. Great. Is there any way to speed this up? If we were able to speed things up, then this whole operation wouldn't have been going on for years. But it shouldn't be too much longer. It's about time all this is over with. Oh, nice cliffhanger there. Seems like our Idris guy's a bit involved in something. He's something big, it seems like. Some big conspiracy of some sort. I don't know. But this seems very interesting, so check out the demo of That Which Binds Us. Available. It's on, I think, itch.io, I think is where I got it from. I'll have the link in the description and all that fun stuff. Link to the Twitter account for the developer and all that. And I hope you all enjoyed that, and I'm looking forward to it when it releases. Hopefully sometime shortly. I don't know exactly when it comes out, but stay on the lookout for updates and all that fun stuff. And I will see you next time on another Quick Look. And have a good day, everybody.